One major way to bring down the cost of materials for affordable housing is a shift towards the usage of local materials. What are the factors that affect the usage in the industry? Can locally produced building materials substitute imported ones? Professor Samson Duna, the Director General of the Nigerian Building and Road Research Institute, in this report encouraged the use of local building materials to reduce housing costs. Take a listen.
In Nigeria today, research shows that over 70% of construction cost is attributed to building materials, as majority of these are oftentimes imported. With the high economic situation, several factors, including foreign exchange, inflation, import duties, have all added to the hike in the cost of building materials, making it seemingly difficult for Nigerians to access homes of their own. During an interview with Housing Development Crew, Director General of the Nigerian Building and Road Research Institute, NIBRI, Professor Samson Duna, explained areas where local building materials or made in Nigeria products could stand as durable substitutes over imported materials.
What NIBRI has been doing basically is to carry out research. And when you say someone is carrying out research, it's trying to investigate, to see the possibility of coming with something new, to ascertain the quality of an existing material in the market, with a view to making it look acceptable in the society. Part of the things we did basically for the past 40 years, we were into materials like materials that can be used for the construction of our walls, such as compressed earth stabilized blocks. NIBRI started with that earlier on, and were able to come up with materials that can withstand weather, and it is weather friendly. We come up with interlocking concrete pavements, and we inscribe NIBRI on it. The pavement are so strong, it can be used even for low traffic routes. And we can use it as interlocking material so that the tissue, the environment will look very beautiful. One area is the area of cement supplementary material called pozzolana. Cement has been one issue that affects the cost of building. And the idea is that cement has no substitute. So what NIBRI did was to come up with an alternative cementitious material called blended cement. A technology for that is called pozzolana. So this pozzolana is produced basically from waste. And where you are expected to use 100 bags of cement, you might end up using 70 bags of cement with 30 bags of pozzolana.
In the provision of affordable and low-cost housing, Professor Samson Duna encouraged the government to ban the use of imported building materials and improve local industries, urging developers, contractors to purchase locally made products in Nigeria for the construction of more low-cost houses.
There are quite a lot of reasons or challenges we are facing with respect to patronage of local content materials. The first thing that I can say is that government policy has been one. If only government will come with a policy that says all primary schools in Nigeria should be constructed using so-so type of technology. Contractors will key in, agencies will key in, and all agencies that are under government will also key in. For instance, now we say all primary schools should be constructed using compressed earth blocks, purely local content using NIBRI technology. You will agree with me that contractors will key in, and that thing is possible. So government policy is one. That's why I keep on appealing to government that they should ban the importation of construction materials from outside. At the beginning, it might look rough, but gradually will be somewhere gradually. If there is patronage, we'll continue to improve on our product.
Emphasis on local production of building materials has, however, been identified as a solution for low-cost housing, as this will create ease in accessibility of construction mechanisms, reduce expenses, and enable more Nigerians afford quality homes at reasonable costs.
It is a good development. It's something that we encourage others to look forward to annually, and I hope they're able to sustain this. And as a serving senator, I will see how we can give support to them in the Senate so that they can go ahead to improve housing in Nigeria.
challenge in the sense that this is asking for more work because you are doing the work and people are seeing you and they are recognizing you. What is this that you doing? So I want to thank the organizers for finding me work in this area.
Keep a date with Housing Development Program every week on AIT. Housing Development is the first and pioneer housing program in Nigeria and by extension, Africa. It remains the authentic voice of the Nigerian housing and construction industry. Housing Development is the only credible and specialized platform for seasoned professionals in the build industry, where quality and credible players in the real estate sector meet to interact, showcase, and analyze government policies. It is no doubt that hundreds of thousands of prospective Nigerians who desire to own their personal properties have done so through the assistance of Housing Development Program in the last 10 years. If you are a stakeholder in the build industry, here is where you must be. We are authentic, credible, and supported by all the leading professionals in the build industry. Housing Development on AIT.